we have just completed the first sheet of our drawing. If we look in the feature tree, we see view 13, which is our front view, view 17, our isometric view, and views 15 and 16, which are projected views, which are indicated by these icons. If I click on the plus, I can see that the drawing view is a view of the bicycle top assembly. We are out of room to add any more views to this sheet, so we'll add a second sheet to the drawing by going down to the Sheet 1 tab, right-click, Add Sheet. We see a new tab, Sheet 2, pops up with a brand new blank format. We see Sheet 2 in the feature tree. To this sheet, we will add an exploded view of our bicycle frame. So go back up to Model View. This time we will choose the file for the bike frame. Next, I want my exploded view to be an isometric. I'll drag this out into the graphics area. And here's my frame, but I see that it is not yet in an exploded state. If this is the case, just right-click on the view, go down to Properties, and here we have a checkbox, Show in Exploded State. I'll just check that. OK. And here's my view now showing as an explosion. This looks a little small to me, so I'm going to go to my sheet scale, Properties, and I think I'll change this to quarter scale. That looks a little bit better. It'll give me some room to add some notes in this area. Now if we look at the tree, we see Sheet 1 and Sheet 2. The views in Sheet 1 are grayed out, indicating that we are currently editing Sheet 2. And here we see Drawing View 18, which is our exploded view. I can toggle between the views in this drawing just by clicking on the tabs. You see I get a little preview of what that sheet looks like before I click on it. I'd like to add some notes to this drawing to indicate what each of these different parts of the bicycle are. So go to my Annotations tab, select on the big A for Note, and I get a little text box at the end of my cursor. If I drag it over an object, right to an edge, I get an arrow pointing that object, and if I drag it a little bit inside the object, I get a dot at the end of it. So drag this out, and then I can type in here, top, tube, finish, drag over here, drag out, head, tube, right click to finish, or left click rather, drag over here, down, tube, and so on. And I can hit escape to finish. I can go a little further with this and add an overall title for the drawing and some additional information. So drop in a box here and just say frame assembly, jam and design, DSID129, 12, 13, 10, and I'll even say sheet 2 of 2. If I want, I can highlight this text, change the size of the font, even make it bold, hit escape, and I can drag this to where I like. I can add a similar title to my front page, going to Sheet 1, Annotation, Bicycle Assembly, Sheet 1 of 2, and so on, and go back and edit this, making this bold, changing this, say, to